See a live button.
It's live.
Yes, we
live.
are. Awesome.
Yeah.
Tonight on Lori and Cher, if you're ready to hack into an awesome, and I mean awesome new body, get solid advice, and rock a whole new you before 2015, then you're going to want to tune in to tonight's show as we hack into the awesomeness of Mr. Tommy Europe. Welcome to the Lori and Cher Show. Welcome to the Lori and Cher Show, Hacking into Awesome. I'm Lori Williamson.
And I'm Cher Jones.
And if you don't know, Cher and I are cousins, and we host this weekly Google Plus Hangout where we talk to absolutely amazing people and literally hack into what makes them awesome.
That is right, Lori. And you know what? We don't just have conversations on air. We also have them online. So if you guys are out there and you are in anywhere in the social universe, we are there. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Google+. All is so easy to find us. We're just Lori and Cher. That's just about it. And, of course, if you are watching this program live, we've got our associate producer, Adriel Smiley, on Twitter right now, tweeting with you live, taking questions, and just having a great time. So we are super excited about our awesome guest, and we're going to get right into it. Right, Lori?
Of course. So tonight it's all about hacking into an awesome body. And tonight's guest is an award-winning fitness coach. He's the trainer on the shows The Last 10 Pounds Bootcamp and Bulging Brides. He's a speaker, a published author, and a proud papa of two. Welcome, Tommy Europe, to the Lori and Cher Show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Hi, ladies.
Talk about having hangout problems tonight. But
That's
we're
all right.
glad that we're on the air with you.
We're here. We're here. Yeah. We're going to make it work.
We made it. We made it. So, Tommy, we usually, Cher and I, we like to, when we have cool guests on the show, we usually like to start off with, a couple of games, So we have decided that we are going to do the Lori and Cher Use It or Lose It. So we're going to ask your opinion on some of these exercise machines that we've seen on TV, in the stores, etc. Cher, finish off the explanation for me, please.
Yeah, so there's just, like Lori said, there's a ton of stuff out there, and some are good, some are bad, some are just straight up crazy. So we wanted to get your opinion on it. Should we lose it? Should we use it? Or what? So I'm going to show you a few pieces of equipment, and you can give us your expert opinion. You are a master trainer after all, so we'd love to hear what you have to say. So our first one, are you ready for this, Tommy?
I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Awesome. Okay, so our first one, the good old Thigh Master.
And Tommy, if you see it, I actually have it right here.
Are you sure that's a Thigh Master?
I have the Thigh Master LBX in my house. And I have this one.
Uh-huh.
So I need to know, use it or lose it.
You know what? I'm sure if you did it long enough and slow enough, it would give you some benefits, but there are far greater things that you can definitely do as compared to the Thigh Master. So lose it.
Lose it. Okay. So what would you recommend for those inner jiggly thighs? You want the thighs to stop jiggling. So the Thigh Master, no, but what do you think?
There's a great exercise. It's a resistance band step out, just using a simple resistance band.
You guys, we are so lucky he's like in his gym right now.
In my gym, so
best home gym ever.
I can grab things easily, and basically you're gonna straddle the band, have a handle on each side, make sure it's nice and tight. And then you're going to slowly, from a half squat position, lift your leg laterally to the outside, and then back to the middle, then repeat the same thing on the other side. That's one way of a great series of workouts that you can do for your glutes that really target your inner thighs as well, where you're going to kind of be in a half side plank position, utilizing the bottom leg, which would be, if you're on your right side, it's going to be your right leg, lifting it off, focusing on the inner thigh area, and make it nice and tight.
That's right. It's all about the bum cup. We talked about that last week on our show, and we want that cupped booty. So, yeah. Okay, so we have another one for you, and this is the BOSU ball, like that half. You know, some people might look at it and be like, wow, it's kind of half a ball. Where's the other half? Am I getting ripped off? Are they getting ripped off, or is this a use it or lose it?
This is 100% a use it. I use the BOSU ball quite often. It's great for working on an unstable surface. You can do lots of different exercises on it, whether you're dome side down or dome side up. Jump squats are actually really good, so if you have one in there, one of you ladies can get in a squat position with the dome side up. Oh, you know what? No takers? Everyone's looking behind you. No one's behind you.
Okay, my makeup right now is flawless, okay? Hair, flawless.
So, there are tons of exercises you can do in the BOSU ball, and I really do utilize it quite a bit, so definitely use it.
Okay. Good. So our next one, the shake weight. These look so cool. I mean, in a cool kind of not so porn kind of way. Yeah, shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
See, I bet you a man came up with that one.
Oh, for sure.
I bet you a man came up with that one. It's kind of like, what can I make that could... It's laughed at quite a bit. I've seen some people use it properly in some rehab instances where they need to, have that stabilizing force while operating in their hand and shaking. I've personally never used it, and you probably would never see me using the physical application. But so I would say lose it. For sure.
All right. I think I agree. But I do like the fact that you said that there was a practical application in a rehab facility, probably older people kind of thing. They're getting something out of it. But, yeah, let's toss this one. And so. Up next, the Tough Mudder, those crazy Spartan races where people are dirty.
You mean where people get dirty? They're not dirty. Well, I'll tell you like this. Tough Mudder is one of them. I'm a Reebok guy, if you couldn't tell. So they have a series of races called the Spartan Race, which are similar to Tough Mudder, of different distances or obstacle course races that really challenge you. I wouldn't. They're great for team building as well. Depending on how fast or slow you want to go, it's just basically trying to complete it and the tasks along the way. I did my first one, and I don't do any cardio. I lift. I do my, I take care of myself, and I'm in good shape, but I don't really do any cardio since I stopped playing football. So that was my challenge to myself, was to complete a Spartan race, and I did. Did pretty good, too.
Nice.
So use it.
Use it, but with extreme caution, because, I mean, you got to be somewhat fit, wouldn't you say, to be able to take on a Tough Mudder?
You would think that would be the case, but it's kind of 50-50. It's a good time. You are going to sweat. You are going to work. It is kind of draining. Let's just say I wouldn't want to be in horrendous shape and do it.
Fair enough.
How's that?
Fair enough. So we're going to hit to the next one. We saw this the other day, the Sauna Belt. It promises a shaped booty and a shaped ab midsection just by, working it off. Going to the sauna is good, right? What about the Sauna Belt?
Well, I'll tell you this about the Sauna Belt. Every on this universe would have one. You would hear about it all the time because it would be doing such a fantastic job shaping booties and tightening bellies from simply having it on and doing nothing. No, it doesn't work that way. You want the booty, you got to work for the booty. It goes both ways. You got to work for it. That way you respect it. Same thing with the abs. If you want abs, you got to make some better choices and work at it. So get a Sauna Belt. Nothing wrong with going in a sauna, but the Sauna Belt is going to get you what you want.
Lose it.
It's gonna
and we all want that booty.
Because the wallet's going to be out of it, and
Exactly. Then it's even flatter. Yeah, no, not good. Okay, so there's a lot of cool gadgets. I mean, the iPhone 6 along with the iWatch. Lori's salivating about that right now. But there's a lot of cool gadgets. There's, the Reebok, you rep Reebok, and they have their own gadget. There's Fitbit. There's MyFitnessPal. Are they just gadgets? Are they just toys, or do they actually help us?
I think they definitely do help. It's wearable technology. Lots of different companies are coming out with their own versions of it. Some are better than others. I know Reebok's working on one that's going to come up that's going to be out of this world, but I have been using a Fitbit as well. And it's great for tracking and gives you a good idea of your activity levels. Some of them are a little bit more complicated where you have to actually plug in everything that you're doing, which can be a bit tedious, but especially for somebody who's just getting back into shape or really focused on, getting as much work in as possible. They can see what their steps are, they can see their calories, they can see their activity. Some of these, like a Fitbit, obviously measures your sleep as well. So it kind of lets you know when you're resting, when you're restless. So it's just another tool in the fitness toolbox. I would say use it.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so Tommy, we're going to come back with another set of questions that we'll quiz you with in a little bit, but we want to get into things. We want to know, because like Cher and I, we've both seen you on TV. We've seen you in interviews. I believe I have your book as well. Talk to us about how you got your introduction into fitness, how you played football. Talk to us like how fitness became kind of one of your passions that you now have turned into your business.
I've been training for a very long time. I was in the 11th grade, I believe, and I started training with a couple of bodybuilders initially. I'm from Toronto, so there was a Gold's Gym that was open 24 hours. I was down, so these guys would have me working at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was eye-opening, but it started being a bit addictive. Obviously, I started working out for sport, primarily football. I was playing hockey and rugby as well, but my goal was to get bigger, stronger, faster. So that was my foray into health and fitness. Obviously played 4 years in university, at Bishop's University, and then when I got drafted and played football for 11 years, and when I was coming towards the end of my career, I didn't really want to wear a suit anywhere that I had to go to work, so the next best thing to me was, and it was something, again, that I love doing. I love working with people. I think I'm pretty good, and I love motivating people, so that's what kind of gets me going. That's what keeps me going. And then different things have popped up from the shows and books, and everything just takes a life of its own. And fitness, for me, is definitely the backbone of my success, and that's why I've created my own training philosophy as a result of it.
Okay, we're going to get into your training competition and challenge that you are about to launch. But one of the things I want to say is that, the fitness industry is ultra competitive. There are tons of programs that we see. There's tons of trainers out there. How do you stay on top of your game when it comes to your business? How do you stay relevant? How do you stay on the cutting edge and, carry on all the success that you have?
I think you have to be on the ground floor. And regardless of how much success you have, if it's something that you love to do, you're kind of going to constantly try to do better and better. Try new things, constantly educate yourself. I'll take different courses. I'll go to different conferences, hear different speakers. And there's some things I may have a bias against, and then I'll hear somebody talk about it, and it'll automatically kind of make sense. So constantly knowing what's going on, what's happening, tapping into your clients, knowing how to deal with different people of different backgrounds, and really just knowing how to motivate people. And it starts with yourself. You have to be able to motivate yourself and take care of yourself, and I definitely do that. And so for me, it's a passion. It's not just a job. It's what I do. So that's my secret for it. I don't think it's it's nothing more than hard work and not settling for average, which I don't let my clients settle for average either.
Okay.
You guys ready to do training with me?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm saying, because I was like, based on you seem very calm right now, but you're
nice right now.
Yeah, I even wore army fatigues inspired by you because you boot camp, and I was like, I just feel like
nice.
If you were working with Cher and I, because Cher and I know I need to be yelled at. What do you describe your style as a trainer? I need someone to come to my house and knock on my door and be yell at me to get myself together. How do you describe yourself in terms of motivating your clients to get them to, where they want to be?
Because you sure seem nice right now.
Yeah, but on the show, No, but I want to know in reality. I know TV world, so I want to know reality world. If Cher and I were there, are you yelling at us? What are you doing?
You know what? I'm not a yell. I wouldn't yell at you, but I'll yell for you, if that makes any sense. It depends. Some people do like to get yelled at. Some people, if you yell at them, they'll jump in a hole. For me, it's just kind of playing football, the position that I played, I was kind of one of the quarterbacks on the defense. I played safety, so I had to organize all these different groups of people. There's some people, if if something went wrong, I could yell at, I could yell. There's some people I have to talk to them kind of gently, and that's just the way they respond to it. So it's an individual type thing. I do like yelling every once in a while just to kind of get it out, It's good to release. It's just a release. So yeah, not at you, for you.
For us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm on your side.
Speaking of that, now, one of the things I want to know, though, is there are so many trainers. Like, you can go on, like, Craigslist or Kijiji, and people will be like, oh, come train with me, But I feel like, or you go to, like, the gyms, and they'll say, like, yeah, we'll get you a personal trainer. But, like, how do you really know that, like, you're the right trainer for me? So, like, how do I know, like, when it's a good fit? What do you think people should be looking for if they're actually thinking about working with a trainer?
I think ultimately they're looking for somebody that can relate with them, somebody that's going to get them results, somebody that's going to push them and not be a pushover, and just there to do their job and be the the best at it. There's, like you say, there's trainers all over the place, just like there's doctors all over the place. Some are better than others. Sometimes you have to do trial and error. Or ask somebody if there's somebody that that's either they could be a trainer or they're working with a trainer, and you're these people. Ask them about their trainer, and you might have to go see 2 or 3 different trainers before you find the one that you like.
And should they be certified, or should they have gone through courses? Like, is that important, or someone who just takes care of their body, that's good enough?
Certified. If they're certified, you're protected. If they're not certified, you're not protected. Now, with that said, I do know a number of trainers that aren't certified, but they're awesome trainers. And I know a lot of trainers that are certified that are doo-doo. So it's kind of, it's a piece of paper.
Real talk, doo-doo.
It's a piece of paper. Well, no, but it's true. It's a piece of paper. Everybody has one. Some of the best may not have one. But it's just going to be really somebody who's going to have your best interests at heart, who's going to, sit there and push you. And when you say, no, I don't feel like, I'm not feeling it today, And it's like, no, get up. Let's go. And somebody who's really, really going to challenge you. And that's how you're going to know you have a good trainer, because you're not going to be able to push them around. I say, when on the show, I didn't get along with everybody. And, some of them didn't like me, but they had to deal with me, and vice versa. And, I tell them the same thing anytime they complain. It's like, look, I didn't come, you came looking for me. So if you want to be here, be here. If you want to go, if you want to talk, let's go to Starbucks, we'll have a coffee. So that's how I kind of deal with it.
Okay.
So let's jump into things. We know that you're about to launch this awesome challenge,
Yes.
The Shred Challenge. Can you tell us about this? Because we know it starts on Monday, but you're offering great incentives to people who decide to join you on this challenge. So explain what Shred is, and then let's talk about the challenge.
Okay, well, Shred is my philosophy, both my life and work philosophy. It's an acronym for strength, heart, efficient, and discipline. And those 5 I found over my years of being in the fitness industry and playing pro sports. If you have those roots, you're going to be successful in whatever you do. So most of the things I do have Shred related with them in some way. So the Shred Nation Challenge, this is a 30-day challenge, and it's open to everybody worldwide. It's an online challenge, so there's basically five markers, 5 trackers: lifestyle, hydration, sleep, and activity. And for the activity part, you're going to do a crazy kickboxing class, a boot camp. It could be going to yoga or going for a walk. The main purpose of this challenge is a lifestyle challenge, getting you to make better habits and putting things in your mind. So you'll get points for, having your 6 meals per day, which means you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, meaning you're having smaller portions. Yes, that's right, 6 every 2 to 3 hours, meaning you're having smaller portions. I saw the eyebrows going up. And,
yeah, it's like, I ain't got time for those 6 meals.
But no, it's just making it. It's very easy to do. Amazing prizes at the end of it for the winners as well. But ultimately, you will, if you stick to it, you'll be more active, move around a little bit more every day. It'll be in your face of what your eating habits are, what your activities for drinking or smoking on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. There's points for hydrating your enough water, and there's steps on there as well, and also sleeping up to 10 hours. I always fall short in the challenge because I'm a 4 hour and night guy, all depending on which one of my room and jumps on the bed.
Of course. I'm thinking about joining the challenge. I need a real good kick in the where, and the timing couldn't be better. I mean, I was surprised at how well having you on the show today, and even just talking to you already, I'm feeling motivated. So
you guys are in. You guys are in, and you're online. So if you don't stick with the challenge, I'm gonna call back and I'm gonna talk about you.
Oh wow, we're on notice, Lori.
I don't think I talked about this with you, Cher. I don't know we talked about.
I didn't say your name. I didn't say your name.
Sharing
Tommy brought you into this conversation.
Sharing is caring.
Ain't
so
that
it's all
the
good.
truth, though?
Or, I'm gonna have both you guys down addresses so you guys are in. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm ready for it.
There's a resource section for different workouts if that's what you want to do.
I'm ready.
That's fine too. It'll be fun.
Yeah, fun. You know what would be fun? When I put on the jeans that are a size or maybe 2 sizes smaller, that's fun. So I'll just focus on that and get through it and be awesome.
You know what? That'll be your goal.
Yeah.
That'll be your goal. Put those jeans up, hang them up, and take pictures. You'll be fitting in them pretty soon.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
hold on. I have a question.
Sure.
Ladies, why do you guys keep jeans around? When you know they're too small, it's like you guys torment yourselves. It's like wedding dresses. When we did the show, most brides get the dresses too small thinking they're going to train. Why torment yourself like that?
Because it's motivation, because you're like, oh, but I'm going to fit in that soon because I'm going to work out. So I don't want to, why buy the bigger size? I might as well buy the smaller size because that's motivation to get in there.
Okay. I don't get it, but I'll listen for it. I'll take it.
Sometimes it's actually damaging too, because you'll watch the jeans and look at the jeans and just look at the jeans and then get on the other jeans. So sometimes I can see it being emotionally damaging, but at the same time, I think the intention, it's there. But I understand your question.
do them for spurts. I mean, put the jeans away, and then after a while of really going after it and improving habits, if that's what you need to do, then put the jeans out and see how they fit. Then hide them again. Or if you're trying to fit into a certain pair of jeans, then have them visible. So that's your goal. You always have to have some sort of marker, some sort of goal to kind of get you through the tough days. Because we can all train when things are good and the sun is shining, everybody happy. But when it starts to rain and it's dark, and you got some candy on the doorstep, and
I know Halloween's coming, man.
I know, and these little chocolates, and my wife's gonna have to hide them in the house. Yeah, I know. I don't have the almonds right now.
See, I don't even buy the chocolate. I don't care if it's more expensive the day of Halloween. I'll buy it on the 31st and I don't care what's ever left in the store. That's what the kids are
That's
going to
right.
get because I can't keep them. I can't buy the sale ones now. You know, they're all on sale trying to move them early. I can't keep that in my house because every minute, you know, just digging just one. And then you look in the garbage and you see all your wrappers and it's really not cool. I can't do that to myself anymore. So, I mean, this is a great time. Lori hit it on the head when we were talking, when we introed you in the beginning. It's all about 2015, and I think that's a fair goal to really start working towards so that my goal in 2015 is not about, or my New Year's resolution, if we even do that sort of thing anymore, is not about losing weight at that point. It's about continuing my momentum. But you also said something that is, I find I struggle with the most. It's like I can start something, like I'm actually excited about your challenge and I can start something, but the minute I hit that first roadblock, how do you help your clients get past that? Because I find that so difficult that, you know, I go hard and then something happens and then it's like, how do I get back on the horse and keep riding?
You basically have to take it down to a basic level. You know, we're all going to hit roadblocks when we're after certain goals, but it's your goals that you have to actually think about. It's not the short-term struggle that you're going to go through. We're all going to go through some type of struggle. It's what is your absolute goal. So if your goal in 2015 is to do a certain event, or some people want to lose weight, have a master goal, but then have little goals along the way. So they're like little milestones. That's going to put you in a better frame of mind, and really you're going to be as effective and efficient as you set your mind to be. So if you're not mentally set to do this, as soon as bad happens or a mishap, it's going to knock you out and you're going to start back over again. And then you're going to be sitting there, and in February or actually March or April, Lord, 2016 is going to be my year. And,
I can't.
and that's what happens. It's what happens every year. It happens every year. So don't wait for December 31st. If you say 2015 is your year, write down your plan now. How is it going to be your year? How are you going to enter 2015? Don't wait till January. All right, I'm ready. Oh no. You know, you gotta have goals to motivate them along the way. And I'd push my clients. That's when I really push them harder, because when you actually achieve something that you think you can't, it's an amazing feeling. And really, if you set your mind to it, I'm going to do whatever it takes to reach my goal, you're going to reach it.
All right.
Tommy, for you, like, what's the longest you've gone without working out? Like, do you feel anxious if you don't work out? What's like the longest you go without feeling that, whatever feeling?
I get grumpy. Like today, I was supposed to get my workout in today, and I couldn't do it because of a series of things, and it put me in a bad mood because I was looking. So I might train after I get off the phone with you, but I'm cooking these barbecue ribs, so that's gonna happen.
Speaking of that, speaking of barbecue ribs, like, what is more important when it comes to weight loss? Is it what you put in your mouth, or is it what you sweat out, like how much you're working out?
It's a combination of both. I mean, diet plays a huge role, because if you're working really hard but you're eating like crap or not getting enough, of the right kind of calories, right proteins, right fats, right carbs, your results are going to be minimal at best. If you're to eat impeccable and not do any training, you'll be kind of skinny fat. You'll be healthy, but you won't be very strong. And ideally, you want to be strong, you want to be healthy, you want to be happy, you want to walk a bit straighter, feel that confidence, and have that kind of assurance and that mentality of nothing can stop me. And I know that if you eat right, if you are active enough and really pushing the intensity, and if you're giving yourself enough rest, and that's where a lot of people fall short. They don't let their bodies recover. You get gym rats that are in there all the time, and their bodies never change because they're going hard. They're not resting, but they're going full tilt in the gym, and they use times out of 10. And those are kind of the all or nothing. They're either doing it all the time or doing nothing at all. Shoot for something in a moderation, and I like to follow an 80-20 rule, where you're doing the right things nutritionally, activity-wise, at least 80% of the time. And then the 20%, that's your cake, that's your beer, that's your wine, that's your rum, that's whatever your vice may be. For me, it's gummy bears and chocolate-covered almonds.
Okay. What about the challenge? There's no 20% in the challenge, is there?
In the challenge, I'm going to be going hard days. I'm going to because you lose points. You'll see once you're in the platform, you'll see what I mean. You lose points for drink. I don't smoke, so you gain points for that. But I mean, just keeping up with the food, keeping up with the water, that's easy for me. The activity's easy for me. I lose out on the sleep. That's where I really have to pick up the pace. And
not my problem at all. Oh boy, me and sleep. I love it. Not my problem at all.
Do you guys have kids?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, but they're old enough now that
Okay.
the sleep factor is not an issue anymore.
Sleep.
It actually really never was. My husband kind of took over that part, so he allowed me to sleep. So maybe I have a good habit, but yeah.
That's good. You need to sleep.
I love sleep.
That's when your body and it recovers by fueling it properly as well.
Mm-hmm.
So in this shred challenge, in 30 days,
yes.
What is the most someone should try to, like, if there's a goal in their mind? Is it right to have a goal that I want to lose 20 pounds in this 30-day challenge? Is that healthy? Is that even possible? Is that something that people should be putting down as their goal if they were going to do this 30-day challenge?
Well, 30 days is, it's not that long of a time period, but it is a long enough period to build habits. I'll kind of equate this to the last 10 Pounds Bootcamp, and I had a guy on, and he lost 32 pounds in 4 weeks. And from cutting out drinking, he drank like a fish. He cut out drinking, he started exercising, and he started eating right. He was doing everything 95%, 95 to 5. It was crazy. So that's him.
How long was he working out?
I was with him 3 days a week, and he had 2 to 3 days of cardio that he did a week. Plus he was on a meal plan, consuming like 2,000 calories per day. But it's what he needed, and it's just something he forced his body to, he revealed his true body. And we had some women on there that have lost, 20 plus pounds. So it really depends on the person, how motivated they are, how bad they want to go after this. And, the sky's the limit. I never say, don't put a cap on what you can do. Just do as much as you can, have your goals in mind, and just go after them.
Well, we have a quick question. Actually, none of us can answer it. It's from Javier, and he wants to know if we hablo español. Unfortunately, that's the best I got with my Spanish, so we'll just keep that moving. I just want people to know that we are taking questions through the Q&A app if you are watching this live, and of course, we also have Adriel tweeting with you. So if you have questions coming in, we are going to get ready to answer them in a few, but so keep them coming. Sorry, guys.
So the other thing that I want to ask you, Tommy, is, okay, so, you talk, like, I'm hearing you say 32 pounds, you said, in 30 days this guy lost. Like, that's amazing.
That was the most. And,
the most.
Just really depends. It depends on where somebody's coming from. If they've been completely inactive, then they up their intensity level, but then they're improving their nutrition, improving their recovery. So it varies, but it's not uncommon for most of the participants who go through it and actually give everything to it to lose at least 10 pounds.
Wow. Okay, so then the thing that we hear about all the time is, like, we see this HIIT training, the high intensity training, hot yoga. We forever have been hearing about cardio. Do you guys remember, like, the 20-minute workout? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So the cardio, and then, of course, like, I don't know, with the explosion of popularity of Instagram, all we see is all these girls and saying heavy lifting, and you're gonna get, we see all different girls with booties, and they all say it's because they do the squats and they do this. Is it one size fits all? Like, can Cher and I have different things, like, in terms of what we should actually do in order to see the best results, and how do we figure that out? Or is it just, you know what, get into a heavy lifting and you'll get the results. Or if I go to hot yoga and I don't have like a Cameron Diaz body, am I going to get the same results? Do I need to just sit there and do cardio all the time, or do I need to be in HIIT? Like, give us is there a prescription that each body needs?
Knowing yourself and knowing what your pros and cons are is the first thing. Everybody has a different goal. Everybody's starting from a different point, and unless you're twins, you have different genes that are working either for you or you. So that's when it comes to setting a goal and going after certain exercises. That will be the dictator. Now, the type of exercises that you should do, again, depends on your experience level. You've heard a whole bunch of stuff with CrossFit, but CrossFit is a type of training that is high risk if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't have a good instructor. And that goes without saying. Yes, if you want to get stronger, if you want to put some size on, put some bulk on, if you want to grow the booty, yes, you are going to have to lift a little bit heavier. But again, it's not just lifting heavy just to lift heavy. It's lifting smarter, lifting properly, including HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. I prefer that type of cardio as opposed to steady state, or which is like going for a 5K or 10K jog, or short. So you're gonna have faster bursts. So your workouts will end up being shorter, and you'll have calories like an afterburn is what they call it. At the end of your workout, going on for multiple hours, depending on exactly training wise. So I think it's having a wide variety of things. Yoga is awesome. Hot yoga isn't for everybody. You just the flexibility, the breathing, the meditation, everything kind of works in balance.
I can't, let's keep it real. Cher, I didn't even talk about that yet, but let's talk about it. Like, one of the biggest things that plagues a black woman, okay, and I'm sure like all the black sisters can attest with this, is what's up with
don't want to go in the water.
It's not just the water, it's the sweating.
It's the sweating.
I'm keeping it real. Like, this is a lot to like maintain. Like, we're cousins. This is our thing.
Put it back in a ponytail. Put it back in a ponytail and get to work.
But then you're always in a ponytail, Tommy. You don't get it. It's like always in a ponytail. But yes, I know, because that's my biggest problem right now is a sedentary lifestyle, in the sense that both Lori and I were entrepreneurs. We work from home. We spend way too much time in front of a screen, not talking to amazing people like you all the time, but we're always in front of the screen. We're always on our computer. We're DIYers.
Or I'm in my car.
Yeah.
Around.
Oh yeah, that too. Because you're out. And then when I'm training, I do some social media training. So when I'm out in front of an audience, that's fine. But for the most part, I spend way too much time on my computer. And I guess my problem is, as I get up there, I may look young, but I'm not as young as I look. So when as I get up there, I'm serious. I'm noticing that things are just like, it's like what used to work, is not working as quickly as it should. So my question to you is, like we were talking about, there's not necessarily one size fits all, but if I know weights work for me and I see some people spend a jog an hour on the treadmill or whatever, does that work too? Or like what do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well,
what's he going to get for us? Oh, boy. That's it, right there.
Yes.
Okay. Message received.
Yes.
Diggity.
Tommy Europe, 60 spread.
You know what? If you were, honestly, the job of fitness training, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's going to take discipline from you to really just complete it. If I was to tell each of you to do every day, do 100 squats, do 100 push-ups, do 100 pull-ups, and do 100 leg drops or mountain climbers, you guys would get in phenomenal shape consecutively month after month.
And that's all we had to do.
You could get amazing results and eat properly and rest, but you would be extremely bored. So once you get bored and your mind isn't in it anymore, you're going to get minimal results at best. That's why there's that mind-muscle connection. So if you can add variety to your workouts, that way each time you attack it, you're fresh. You're not dreading it. It's just like, oh man. Like I remember in school, the Canada school testing, they had the 12-minute run. We just had to run the track over and over again. And as soon as I said 12-minute run, it was just kind of like, oh man, not again, not again. So the variety will just add more to what you're going to be doing, keep you more excited, keep you more motivated as you go along. And that's really what you have to do. So if you can't do it yourself, you either hire a trainer or you get one of my DVDs or one of my books, or you try some stuff on YouTube. But again, making sure you're doing the exercises properly, because there's lots of people who train that don't train properly and they end up getting hurt, and they don't get the full effect of the exercise. If you're gonna put the time in, you might as well get the most out of it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm ready for your I'm ready for your challenge. I'm afraid, but it's what I need right now. So.
So Tommy, we're gonna get into the next segment of the show, and it's all about food. Cher's explained that her and I are we're entrepreneurs, and I'm on the go, and Cher works in the computer. But a lot of people, I'm sure, can relate to that, whether they're entrepreneurs or they're out, working every day, leaving home at 7 o'clock and coming back home at 7 o'clock. So we wanted to get your advice. Now, of course, we know it's the segment, we call it "What Would Tommy Eat?" So of course we know that Tommy is going to eat, I'm sure, something fabulous. We're guessing that you're going to eat something fabulous. So we're going to want you, for these different scenarios, to give what Tommy would eat, and then we want to be like, well, what are some good suggestions that Lori and Cher should eat, if we're not going to go as extreme as what Tommy would eat, okay? So,
yeah.
All right.
Okay. So the first one is fast food. The healthy choice. What would Tommy eat if you're out on the road and you have to? You have no choice, but you're going to get fast food.
I will get some type of a sandwich, like a tuna sandwich or turkey or chicken. Or maybe get a big salad. I don't really eat too much fast food. I'll go to restaurants and I'll get like good burgers and stuff like that, but I don't really do the McDonald's thing or the Burger King thing. Or wonder what? Here's a good one. When I'm feeling it, I will really destroy and murder a poutine.
Really? So that's what you get, and that's your healthy choice?
That's my unhealthy choice.
Okay.
But that's my 20%. That's my 20%. My healthy choice would be something like a tuna salad, tuna, chicken, turkey, something in that realm, or like a salad with ahi tuna or something.
Do you need to have like, are you allowed to put cheese on that? Are you allowed to do white bread? Are you able to do mayonnaise and the salt and pepper, or is that like no, just?
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. Look at that. Can you do that again? The viewers want to see that again. The viewers, yeah, it's the viewers.
I earned the right to eat whatever I want.
Damn right. I saw that. Question? Yeah, Lori.
Does that answer that question?
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
But we want to know. So your suggestion is, if we want to get to the point of earning what you got, you would suggest that that's what people eat when they go. Is like, if you're out on the road, the best choice is to get like some kind of sandwich or something like that. Yeah,
I mean, the cool thing now, when you travel, you're on the road. There's so many healthy options, so many healthy things that you can have. Even, I'm sure McDonald's has healthy stuff now, whether it's a salad or something like that. But there's a lot more health, nutritious type foods. You're getting the addition of like things like quinoa. You have different quinoa salads, amazing. Or couscous salad. There's so many different types of food that you can have now that's healthy. It's got good complex carbs in it. It's got your proteins. It's got some of your healthy fats, whether it's walnuts, avocados, different types of oils as well. So we're kind of lucky that way. Freshie is one big chain that's really blowing up, and it's packed all the time because they have great nutritious food that comes out fast. So fast food has definitely changed over the years. Growing up, for me, it was definitely McDonald's, Burger King. We call them heavies, which are basically just fries with gravy. And I'm just glad that I was very, very active as a young child.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, but what about when you're out with the wifey and you're at a restaurant on a date night? Because you got to have those, keep it fresh, just like your workouts, you know. What do you suggest one does when they're at a restaurant and they're just trying to have fun, they're just trying to relax? This is like real life advice, you know what I'm saying? Like this is real talk.
If you're gonna enjoy yourself, if it's that time that you can have your 20%, or some people will call it they have their cheat day. Things to avoid, obviously the sauces, the starches, so the potatoes, the bread, things like that will definitely add extra calories to it. If you're hard, if you are, if you like where you are, and you're a foodie, I like eating food, so it's not like I go to the restaurant and like I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that. If I want to get something, I'm gonna get it. But again, it's going to be within moderation. I don't have huge meals because I eat on a fairly regular basis. So just going to a restaurant, go easy on yourself, and just really keep in mind the portions that you're having. And if you're going to be sitting for a while, chew more. Take a little bit longer to eat your food. Talk. Enjoy yourself as opposed to just thinking of shoveling food down your mouth. Because the slower you eat, your body will register that you're fuller sooner. The problem that we have is we eat so fast that the body doesn't have time to let you know, like, hey, I'm full, I've had enough. And then that itis comes in, and then you sit back in the chair and you undo a button or two, and then it's like, oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
So that's what I would definitely suggest going to a restaurant.
Okay, so you're not at least suggesting just like going in and having a salad. You're saying like have the steak and the crab legs and just, go easy on the, don't have maybe the mashed potatoes, maybe get some grilled vegetables or something like that.
Yeah, again, restaurants, there's lots of healthy choices. I know they're coming out with different mandates where the restaurants have to include all the calories that are in the meals. But, generally if you stay away from the sauces, keep the sauces off your food as much as possible. Really limit the starches like the heavy potatoes and things like that. And really just, if you add more vegetables, there, all these restaurants have a lot of different veggies that you can do now. Again, whether it's broccoli, whether it's kale, whether it's quinoa, you can do quinoa, couscous, like I said before, fish. So enjoy yourself. I do have friends that I have gone to restaurants with, and can you hold this? Can you hold this? And none of this, and none of this, and it just looks like
they're ordering from Starbucks or something,
yeah. Like if you're gonna eat dry food, at least go eat at your house, and maybe it's marinated if you know what's going on. But I can't eat dry food, so I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about when you're hungry, right? You roll up into a gas station or a convenience food store and you're passing by all the candy bars, you're passing by the licorice, which is probably like my Achilles heel is licorice and ice cream, and with a little chocolate on the side. So, pretty much it all. But gas station snacks or convenience store snacks, what would you grab for if you're just freaking hungry and you need to eat something?
Is this a road trip?
Whichever. Like sometimes you're just filling up and you're hungry. This is real life. This is real talk.
You know what? When you're really hungry, like I like Corn Crunch and I like almonds because of the fiber in the almonds. If you have a handful of them, it'll kind of curb your hunger within 10 minutes. Have some almonds with some water. That's a great way to do it. Obviously, I've done a lot of road trips in my day, so Twizzlers won't stand a chance if I buy them. Gummy bears, wine gums won't stand a chance if I buy them. I used to buy that smart corn, that popcorn, that white popcorn.
Yep.
That gets all cheesy on your fingers, and that won't stand a chance. Doritos, nacho chips won't stand a chance. Like I've eaten a lot of junk food, and that's the thing. But I know how I react to it, and I just won't get it because I know if I buy a big bag of it or I have it around me, I will eat it. And that's people just have to know themselves. Yeah, you have to know themselves. I could eat a box of Twizzlers. Like if I had a box of Twizzlers, I could probably do this interview, and that box would be finished right about now.
That's me too.
Yes, you're in good company here. Therefore, that's why we need the challenge. No challenge accepted. Finally, I was on your Instagram, and I saw, your desserts, and like it was like, what would Tommy eat was dessert, and your dessert was a rice cake with some peanut butter and banana. Is that dessert for you?
Did you try it?
No, I haven't tried it. I just saw it today. I was like, oh.
I've had that for a snack. I wouldn't really call it dessert. I'm not a big dessert guy, but I definitely have that as a snack. Rice cake. I mean, I couldn't eat just a dry rice cake. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, but there's foam everywhere. But if you put some peanut butter on a rice cake and some banana, it just adds something to it.
Okay.
You need some.
Just a little bit of flavor, huh?
Gotta have flavor.
All right. So the next thing that we want to go into is we saw this trend that we see that's kind of happening, popping up, and it is of muscular kids. You have kids. Cher has kids. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have kids out there. When is this photo that we have here, which is of this muscular little boy? I think he's from the UK or something like that. Is this too young for a child to get this fit?
Like, this is ripped.
Like, I don't know what he's doing. Can I blow that up?
Yep, you should be able to click on it and you'll see it live. Large.
Okay. Yeah, well, you never know what they're doing, because you never know if it's swap. You never know what the deal is really. But obviously at that age, you shouldn't really be in the gym. Maybe he's doing stuff running around. Maybe they're playing sports. Is it possible to have abs at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, it's possible to be strong depending on what you're doing. I mean, I'm not going to have my kid running around and lifting weights and stuff like that. But on the flip side, I'll do stuff. I'll go to the park with them, and if I told my kid go run around from post to post, that I'd automatically get the no and the gas face, like they wouldn't do it. But if I say let's play tag, I'm it. They'll run all day. I tag them, then they chase me. They like going to the bars, so like the monkey bars and things like that, just hanging and swinging. So I definitely encourage it. I definitely encourage all kids to be active and fit. Stuff like that you're going to see on the internet is kind of an anomaly. I'm sure there are some that are out there, early, and people pushing their kids and doing all kinds of crazy things. But as long as your kids are active, moving around, especially in this day and age where so many of them are falling to that obese and overweight side, the sooner you start, it just becomes a habit, and that's really what it is. And my kids are only 3 and 4, but exercising to them is going to be a habit. It's not going to be like something that's dreaded. It's just going to be something that they do. It's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And the foods that they eat, we don't feed them junk. We'll give them treats just like everybody else. But they love their veggies, because how do you get your kids to eat that? What else are they going to eat? they can't cook. And I think parents bow down too fast to their kids, and oh no, they'll only eat this crap. I'm like, well, don't buy it. What are they going to do? Your kids aren't going to starve. They know there's food in the house. They're going to eat.
Yeah, and you said something, and I think this was really key, is like knowing the difference between a treat and a snack, and not cross-pollinating the two, you know what I mean, as far as how you explain that to your kids. And like licorice and candy is not a snack. It's a treat, and it should be treated accordingly. So. Yeah,
and you have to, and it's just one of those things, if they want something like, these fudge bars or things like that, or, my little girl loves to eat my protein bars. Which, she goes, bar, I want a bar. Give me a bar. I want a bar. So I'll give her little bites, and, sometimes I'll have a bar. Sometimes I'll be sitting on the desk. I'll go to the bathroom and come back, and it's gone. And she's just sitting there like. So they
make them so good now, so it's just like one of those things where, you put it down, that might be contraband all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tommy, so what we want to do is we had a couple of questions. We've had people tweet us and text us. And
I got a question over here too.
So one of the questions, which I think from this is kind of an answered. This is from Rochelle in Toronto. She wants to know what you would recommend for a busy mom who has a brief amount of time to get a workout in. What should she be doing? I feel like I know the answer to this, but I'll have you answer that.
Well, yeah, it depends how brief she has. If she has half hour,
like 30 minutes,
lots of different 30 minutes, you can get a lot done in 30 minutes, different circuits. You can do the Tabata type exercises as well, which is a 4-minute exercise set. 20 minutes work, 10 seconds rest. So I'll include a lot of, there's times I'll just come down to the gym here and get a 30 minutes. There's lots of stuff you can do. You just have to use your imagination. If you don't know what to do, then there's obviously different resources and different videos, and where there's different trainers. In Canada, there's a company called, no, I'm losing a blank. It's going to come back to me in a second. But they'll actually come to your house and train you in your house. Within, they have 30-minute sessions, have our Fitness on the Go. See?
That's cool.
Just came back. So if you check out Fitness on the Go, it's a great company, and they'll actually come and train you in your house. So they'll have certain bits of equipment if you don't have any. But yeah, use your entire body. Don't, always make it different. Always change it up. You can't, crunches aren't going to get you abs. You got to have do a wide variety. Obviously, the cardiovascular and the nutrition.
Okay. I have a question from Yvonne Bennett over here on Google Plus, and she says, what is the best way to burn fat from the waistline area? I discovered that at an older age, it is hard to lose weight in that area, but easier to gain. When I was younger, it was the thighs. Now it switched from the thighs to the abs. What can be done for that?
Increase the intensity of what you're doing your exercises with. What really happens, our metabolism slows down. We become less active. A lot of people become less active as they age. So it's not so much that you're getting older that it's hard. And yes, when you do get past 40 or 50, it could be a little bit more difficult than when you're 15 or 16 and you could cough and get some abs. So,
well, I never had that problem, but
so it's just just keep the motivation high and just keep on. You got to do the cardio. Any type of like the interval training will be a lot more efficient for somebody as opposed to steady state and slower paced. I can't walk or jog on the treadmill for an hour. I'd lose my mind. I can do an interval. I can be on there for 20 minutes. Or 15 minutes, 10 sets of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and be completely winded and gassed, and then I'm gone. And while whoever is sitting there beside saying they're having a workout, they've been on the bike for 2 hours reading like this.
Crazy.
If you can read when you're doing your cardio, you're not doing cardio.
Oh, I love that. If you can read doing cardio, you're not doing cardio. I like that one.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, we have Tajay. She wanted to ask, she had 2 questions actually, and she said, how much is too much when working out? Should you be doing something like 7 days a week, or should you be doing 6 days a week and take a rest day, or should it be only 3 to 5 days a week? What do you recommend for people?
I would aim for both. Well, for general fitness, at a minimum, I'd go 3 days a week. Ideally, you want to be somewhere 4 or 5. And if you're including cardio in there as well, you're probably going to be going, 5 or 6 days. And for cardio, it could be walking. So one of those days could be walking. So it's not like you have to kill yourself every day. Again, your body needs time to recover. Unless you're a professional athlete or training for something, particular, there's no reason to do 2 days. I know some people who do 2 days for their workouts, and it's for no benefit. There's no real benefit. Depending on what your goals are. If you're in there 4 days a week, you can get a lot done.
That's some solid advice right there.
Okay, the next question we have, which we know that you're the expert in, is Deka from Etobicoke wants to know, how do you lose the last 10 pounds, which you're famous for? You have a book about. What is it about the last 10 pounds? Because it's like, if you want to lose, let's say, 20 pounds, you lose the 10, you notice that your jeans are fitting, your top's fitting good, but then is it just about motivation, or is there something that's happening to your body, like it's getting too used to the workout, you have to change it up?
You have to change it up. You have to change a variable. So whether it's the exercises that you're doing or the intensity or both, you'll know exactly what you're going to be doing. Take a look at your activity levels have been, what your eating patterns are like. So when it comes to that last 10, that's just like, it's an obstacle. You just have to push yourself over it. A lot of people work within their comfort zones, and getting to that last 10 pounds, that last little bit, you're definitely going to have to go outside of your comfort zones. And by that, I mean, if say you're doing a push-up, and your trainer or the book or whatever says, okay, do 10 push-ups, do 4 sets of 10 push-ups, and you're like, 9, 10, what's next? 9, 10, what's next? No, it should be not like you should be struggling. So don't, if you're used to doing something, lift a little bit heavier, push yourself a little bit harder. It should not be comfortable. It won't be comfortable if you're gonna cause change. And that's why the last 10 pounds is really hard, because that's when you really have to be really committed to the whole process and give everything into it. But it's definitely achievable. I've seen it over and over again. And really, what I said off the top of the show, it comes down to being mentally tough. And a lot of people kind of let other get sidetracked with too hard, or it's okay, maybe I don't need it. They'll make excuses for themselves because they don't want to give everything into it.
Okay. So in your opinion, so Cher and I, we're gonna do this challenge, which I never discussed with you, but
I like that jab, which I never discussed with you.
Which we never discussed. I mean, I get it, I don't think my hair and I were ready for that. But what are you advising for, people? Like, for me, is it about, I mean, you said cardio. I would go crazy. I would never be able to go downstairs. I live in a condo, and I would never be able to go downstairs and just go and be on the bike for half an hour. I did that at the beginning of this year, where I was going down and using the elliptical machine. Mm-hmm. How many days should I be lifting if I'm working out? If I'm looking to make, a big impact, I'm looking to change, I'm looking to shed a lot of pounds, what is it that I should, how many days should I be lifting weights? For the 5 days, should I be lifting weights? Because I know that if I go do hot yoga, I'm sure that I'm not going to get the results that I want. 4 days.
Yoga's not resistance training, but
okay.
Resistance training, 4 days.
Yeah.
And 4 to 5 days of cardio. You can throw a yoga session or 2 in there on one of the cardio days, because yoga
just to
will
stretch out.
Well, yeah, it's gonna stretch you out, because when you're doing the resistance training, your muscles are getting shorter, so you have to lengthen them back out again, so that you always have full range of motion, and you don't want to compromise. You don't want to compromise your flexibility. You don't want to compromise anything like that at all. So the yoga is awesome for the breathing aspect, the meditation, the flexibility. You will get some core strength in there as well, but you definitely have to add the resistance training in there also. Always think of it. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. Every day, you're either getting stronger or you're getting weaker. How do you get stronger? You have to lift. You have to do some sort of resistance training, whether it's body weight, whether it's resistance bands, whether it's dumbbells, whether it's barbell. There's tons of different ways you can do it, but you have to do it. The only way you're going to get stronger.
Okay, so am I doing a couple different body parts? Am I doing it just once a week? So if it's going to be my legs, am I only lifting once a week for my legs, or am I lifting it the 4 days, or just twice a week?
Focus those 4 days on doing full body workouts.
Full body workouts.
If you're more advanced, then you can do a 2-day split. Sometimes I'll have a chest and legs day, shoulders and back, or I'll do back and chest, shoulders and legs. I don't really spend too much time on arms, because work from doing your exercises anyway, if you're doing them correctly. So you don't have to spend a workout on your arms. You don't have to spend a workout on your calves. You know, doing body part training is old school, kind of bodybuilder-ish. So the more effective ways to do it are using your body as a tool, the ultimate, and just doing what you need to do to get the results.
So would you say, I mean, could you really do all of that in half an hour if you really wanted results? Or what would you say the minimum time is? If you're going to be working out, you're going to change your eating, you know, you're doing the shred, you are going to be changing your eating, like you're going to be doing 95-5 or not the 80-20. So it's like 4 or 5 days of we know, like, the body training in terms of resistance training. But how long do you have to actually be in there to actually see results? If you're going to eat, let's say, your 15 or 2,000 calories if you're monitoring it, but can you do it in half an hour, or do you need to be like, I need to be in it for an hour?
No, you can definitely do it in half an hour. I mean, I'll get some of my best workouts between 30 and 45 minutes all the time, because I don't waste a lot of time by, you know, sitting and talking. And obviously I have my gym here, so, you know, if I don't want to talk to anybody, I just come in here really early and, you know, lock the door like it's locked right now. Throw on the music, and it's Tommy time.
Okay.
Nicole Marshall says, one, it's a great show in her words. And her question was around creatine, protein powders, whey. Which one should we be looking at if we're using that? So yeah, protein powders, creatine, whey, yes or no, which one?
Well, they're two different things. Protein powders, obviously they have pure forms of protein. There's different grades of protein as well, so they're not all created equal. The cheaper, inexpensive ones that you'll see a big bucket on sale for $20 is probably going to have people around you looking at you and turn up your nose because you'll be passing gas like crazy. Yeah, they know who they are, and you probably walk by them in the gym, and, you know, they bend over and then.
So how much should protein cost then?
Well, I'm sponsored by PVL, so they have a product called IsoGold, which is a high-quality protein. There are some other high-quality proteins out there as well. Just to bear up what you're putting in your system. The whey isolate is a type that it digests a lot faster. So that's why a lot of people are using the whey. Creatine is something that will help you recover, will put size on you. I've used creatine. I still use it from time to time. A lot of athletes use creatine.
Not me. Not me.
I'm sure there's lots of CrossFitters that use creatine, whether they're male or female, because it does get you stronger. It will put some size on you. But again, it's not like all of a sudden you're going to take it and you're going to be like, you know, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to work for it. And, you know, I do agree with supplements, but they're, as the name suggests, they're only meant to supplement your diet, which should be composed of real food.
Okay, and you said six meals a day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So do you think that, like, so what would be a typical day of food that you would eat? Like, what time do you start eating? What time is the latest that you're going to be eating? So you start at what time? What would a typical menu for you be?
Depends on my day. I mean, I'm usually up sometime at 6 or 7 o'clock, or sometimes 5 if I'm doing boot camps. So, you know, I could start off with, granola and Greek yogurt, or I can start off with Sunny Boy, which is a grain-type yogurt. Excuse me. Or I could have bacon and eggs. It kind of depends on how much time I have and what's going on. Then my snack is going to be either, could be a protein shake, could be, I do a lot of juicing, so vegetables and things like that, which taste amazing. You can make some really good green juices. Lunch could be something as simple as a sandwich. It could be some pasta. Could be a wrap. Afternoon snack could be almonds. Could be a protein bar. Grapes, almonds, nuts, legumes. Dinner could be, dinner today is going to be ribs. But it could be like chicken, your protein. So whether it's whether you're a meat eater for red meat or fish or chicken, lots of vegetables. So we'll have a lot of broccoli. We'll use green beans, snap peas, kale, spinach. Sky's the limit. A lot of peppers. Could be a salad included there as well, along with some rice or some quinoa hours. Afterwards, it kind of depends on how late I stay up. I try not to eat anything too heavy after, it's about 7 o'clock. But again, I know my metabolism. I know how my body works. And, for some people can't, they won't eat after 6. Because your metabolism does slow down, and depending on how active you are. And even, as active as I am, writing on programs, preparing different things. So sometimes I have to force myself to get up as well. And, we're all affected by that.
So I noticed that you have a really cross section of different types of food. You're hitting all your food groups. Like, I know between the different things, we read way too much, especially, like I probably know way too much about diets and not enough results. But, you eat carbs, you're eating legumes, so that's like no paleo because that you've already added some beans and legumes and all that kind of stuff in there. And then carbs, you're talking about wraps and bread and quinoa and all that kind of stuff. So how does one... Is it a matter of what works best for you? Because I know that when I eliminate certain things from my diet, I see the results quicker. Mm-hmm. But going along the lines where, like, it sounds like you're a very healthy eater, which is awesome, but healthy eating doesn't get the results, or it doesn't feel like you get the results, like in the sense that well-balanced, healthy, I know it's supposed to be the best, but it doesn't get the same results. What do you say to that?
Well, I guess everybody's different, right? I don't have any allergies. I don't have any sensitivities to any different types of foods. I'm not gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant, so, I can eat things like that. They're in moderation. It's not like I'm eating a bunch of it,
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's where it kind of comes in. I think we've gone to this society that's so crazy. Oh, it's got to be fat-free. Oh, it's got to be gluten-free. Oh my God, I must have gluten. I must have eaten something with the gluten. My cheeks swelling. It's like, come on, man. If you have a sensitivity to it, then fine. Then you deal with it. If you don't, then focus on real foods, having a wide variety of things. And, I'll eat my crap every now and again, or, sometimes I'll miss a meal, just depending on how my day is going. The main thing is consistency. If you can stay consistent in what you're doing, again, that's 80-20 comes into play again, you're going to be successful in what you're doing. And there's times if I'm trying to lose weight where, I'll cut down, I will do a bit more cardio. I will cut down on, as many, the breads and the heavier types. And I'll adjust my food that way. But, other than that, it's sky's the limit.
Well, you know what, Tommy? The one thing I have to say, like, from having this conversation with you, I feel like anything is possible. It just sounds like it's about doing it, like committing yourself, being motivated to move. So it doesn't matter if you're going to, do this type of exercise or this type of tape. Like, you're not one of those trainers that are always saying, like, you can only do this and this is the magic formula. But you're saying, like, if you're going to commit to, taking the weight off, commit to fitness in your life, commit to eating well, like, that's the biggest thing here is commit. And as long as you're doing, as you said, the 80-20, then you're going to see the results. It is going to work. So I like that there is so much flexibility in your philosophy when it comes to fitness and how to drop the pounds, because I think it is a constant thing. Like, I don't know. I think I know more people who are concerned about dropping the pounds than they are about fitness. About instead of like their heart health, they're worried about, like, oh my gosh, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to lose 50. I need to lose 100. I'm gonna, go and maybe get a surgery to get like what is that, the
gastric and the lap band.
I think they're like, I can't do it, and that's my only way of doing it. But it sounds like, as I said, from your perspective and your philosophy, it sounds like it is possible for everyone to get the results that they want. It's just about, staying focused, having a goal, and being committed to it, and eventually it will happen. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it's definitely safe to say. And I mean, obviously, if there's faster ways of doing things, and if you're really pushing the pace and pushing yourself that much more, you'll get to your goal faster. But it's a lifelong thing. It's something that as long you got for life, it's not really a race. It's something that's ongoing and continuous. So you have to be comfortable in what you're doing. And if you're miserable, if you're not happy with what you're doing, or you're hungry all the time, what's the point? You gotta be happy. You gotta be comfortable. The whole for being healthy and active is so that you can have a higher quality of life. Yeah, sure, it's awesome to look great, but that doesn't equate to a higher quality of life. I mean, if you want to be healthier, you want to be able to do a lot of different things, then just that's your bar. That's what you have to go after. And if you really want something, you'll do what you have to do to get it. And again, it's just we make things so hard. It's really not that hard. We all know what we're supposed to do. It's like going to the dentist. Every time I go to the dentist, I'm sitting there and the hygienist is in my mouth and.
I hate the dentist.
I know I'm supposed to floss, but it's something that I got to put my mind to doing it. So we all know what we're supposed to be doing. We just 9 times out of 10 we don't do it. So It's just tapping into this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to settle for less, and I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it for me, and that's what I really preach to people.
That's awesome. Well, we want to thank you for spending, the last hour or so with us and allowing us to hack into your awesome. You had tons of tips and advice, and I think at the end of the day, you also gave people hope, because I think you gave us hope in terms of, listen, if you guys want to be serious about it and you actually want to do this, then you can do it. So thanks for answering our questions and our audience questions. Where, if anyone is interested in participating in your boot camps, in this challenge that you're doing, the shred, where can they find out all things Tommy?
You can find out all things Tommy at TommyEurope.tv, as in television. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Tommy Europe, LinkedIn as well. Pinterest as well. Again, all at Tommy Europe. The challenge starts on, so that's going to be a great chance to really change some habits around. It's online, so it's available to everybody. Whether you have a computer, whether you're on a mobile device, it doesn't really matter. Workout videos, the newest one that I have out is the TE60 Shred. That's the one that I showed you guys up there. So this is a 60-day program. Comes with a meal plan, comes with videos. You get 6 DVDs, plus there's an online component. Full meal plan put together by Maria Thomas. She was the one that actually did all the meal plans in the last 10 Pounds Bootcamp, and she was also on Village on Diet. Anything that I'm doing, you'll either hear on social media or I'll definitely have it on my site. If you go to TommyEurope.tv and sign up for the newsletter, you also get inside track on what's going on.
Any plans, Tommy, to come to Toronto and do a boot camp? Because it sounds like Cher wants to sign up for that one.
Well,
throw me under the bus, Lori. Throw me under the bus. No, I'm ready.
I will be in Toronto again. I just did a big boot camp at the Camp for Pro conference in August, so I will be there again in 2015. Hopefully, if it's not in January, it's definitely going to be in the summer again at the Camp Fit show. So I'm definitely going to keep in touch with you guys and let you know what's happened so that I can see Cher break it down. And Lori, you're not safe either. You're coming too.
That's right. But by 2015, I'll have my act together. And I have to say it like that. I have to make some changes for myself, for my just everything. So it was just, I think it was just an opportunity that just met, right today, and I'm excited about you. Like Lori said, you motivated us, and I'm excited about your challenge.
I feel like we should put this up on our Facebook page and see if anyone else wants to join. It's only 30 days, so why not?
Come on, guys.
Want people to join in and show their results, and let's make it a little competition. I mean, of course, Tommy has amazing prizes as well, so I think we should do that.
There's going to be a diet bet that I'm starting as well. I'm going to be starting a diet bet as well.
Okay.
So I'll send you guys the details on that one also.
Please do. We will share it with the Lori and share tribe crew. We all are really excited about this, and just by the questions that have been coming in. Sorry we didn't get to all the questions, but yeah, people are excited about this, Tommy. This is awesome.
Well, looking forward to it, and looking forward to getting back to Toronto. I got to give a shout out to Flemo because I am a Flemo boy.
Nice.
So
What?
That's right. That's right.
We love it. Okay, so Cher, this is the end of the show, season 2, episode.
That's right. It is definitely the end. Another great show, another great guest, and we want to thank everybody for watching the show today because you guys were so amazing. I know you guys on Twitter and everywhere else, and keep watching. So in order to keep watching, you got to subscribe to us and let us know how you're doing. Slap that like button if you're here to the end and you're still watching. Come on, give us a like, give us a comment down below. And as well, there is always the wrap-up party over on buyblacks.com. That's where you'll see an article as well as this video on the replay. So check us out on buyblacks.com. And of course, if you want to watch the last show, I know you've been hanging out with us with just over an hour. And if you want to watch our last show from last week, check it out. And that was our Talkback Live show, and it was pretty awesome. So there's the link on this screen right now. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and check you on the next show.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.